Hey, everybody, and welcome back to the Overland 870 podcast. I'm your host, Brad, and I have a co-host tonight with me, Michael Rhodes from Arkansas Off-Road Adventures. What's going on, Michael?
Oh, not much, man. Just barely made it in the door.
It's all right. Well, hey, tonight, Michael and I are welcoming some good friends from Trailhead's Overland. Guys, how are you doing tonight?
Good, man. How are y'all?
Doing good. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to everybody that doesn't already know who you are, because everybody already does.
I don't know. Sometimes I feel like nobody knows who we are. Sometimes that's not always a bad thing. But I'm Hunter.
I'm Logan.
And we're Trailheads Overland, man.
We are missing two key members of Trailheads, Kevin and
Mary.
He got caught up at work, and Mary,
Yeah.
she's a night shift ER tech, so she can't be here. So we just want to throw them in there. Don't want to forget about them.
Right.
It's always good to give a shout out to your guys and gals that are out helping you out every weekend when you're out hitting the trails.
Amen.
So, you guys, I'm just going to touch base on this real fast because you guys tend to go out with some wild people every so often.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard that you hang out with some hooligans and you hang out some shady individuals, and possibly one of them is on the screen with us right now. And I know another one is in the chat. So,
I cannot confirm nor deny.
But I think Mike took y'all y'all did your first trip to the Ozarks with Michael. Is that when y'all did it?
We did, and honestly, and we never knew much about anything with Ozark National Forest. Kind of, how we started with everything, with going to the Ozarks and meeting Michael Rose, was all through Big Rock Overland. And I just got off of work, and I was Googling some stuff and looking through Onyx, and I said, Car Wash Falls, let me click on that and look at it. So then I went to YouTube, and I typed in Car Wash Falls, Ozark National Forest. And the first video that popped up was Big Rock Overland with Corey and Kayla. And I was watching so many of their videos and stuff, and I was like, let me reach out to these guys. So I sent them a message on Messenger. It's kind of funny. I was like, hey, this may be a stretch. I know you guys are probably Facebook and YouTube famous like we're trying to be around here, but we're probably not going to hear back. But hey, I'd love to, get some ideas from you guys, meet up with you if possible. We're going to the Ozarks on this date. And they were like, absolutely, we love it. And so we started talking back and forth. And on our first trip, he was like, hey, you need to meet Michael Rose. And so that's how we ended up meeting Michael.
That's how I met Michael too. Actually, what happened was I was needing to be bailed out out of the jail. And Michael, he told me, well, we were both in for the same thing.
Yeah.
Guess I don't remember that. I must have been intoxicated.
Yeah, Michael was he was heavy on them Mickey Ultras.
Bad bourbon. Bad bourbon.
No, man. No, Michael and Corey are very, very good friends of mine. I mean, Corey has always been a big help to Overland 870. Michael is indispensable when it comes to the stuff that we do. I mean, he takes care of us, saves lives every day in Newton County with his Newton County Storm Watch.
Yeah. I feel like I see Storm Watch more than his Overland stuff sometimes.
I'm telling you, he's got like 27 million followers on his Newton County Storm Watch. And just like Dan said, Coach Big Rock 10, check out.
The weather down here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hot, isn't it?
So let's talk a little bit about how you guys got into this. I mean, I know Michael probably already knows the story. I don't know anything. I don't know any of this, and I'm like ready to go. Let's hear it.
Well, man, I'm trying to make it as fast as possible. You'll find out.
No, make it slow. We love it. We love it. It's good. Drag it out.
Details and description, but I grew up camping with my grandparents, my parents. Just as a kid, always loved the outdoors. I'm an only child, so it was always outside for me, going and doing something, And as I got older, I ended up buying a Jeep instead of getting married at the time. Not going into detail about that, but I bought a Jeep, and I didn't really know what I wanted to do with it. I was kind of like, all right, I kind of want some tires for it. But so I did my research. People were like, okay, if you put tires, you got to re-gear it. You got to do this, you got to do that. So I went through, spent more money than what the Jeep's probably worth. I think we all do that.
That's normal. It's normal.
Yeah. And so outfitted it, and I didn't really know what direction to go. So, I had a subwoofer in the back of it, and it was Jeeping the coast. That's a big thing we have here in the South. Everybody goes to Jeeping the coast. And, not to go into too many details on that, but Jeep on the Coast kind of become, it's a gathering type thing where people do like light shows and parades and sound competitions and stuff. And I was like, man, I wish, we could do something with camping and the Jeeps. And that's pretty much how it started. I bought an Ozark Trail tent, went out into the woods. I mean, and that's how it all started. And he didn't have a Jeep. And of course I didn't know Mary at the time.
Yeah.
Which I actually met her through a Jeep club. I went through the whole Jeep club thing.
Jeep cult. Yep.
If that makes sense.
Jeep cult.
Well, I mean,
Jeep cult.
before,
Not clubs, cults.
Yeah.
we actually started out with hammocks, and we were doing the hammock thing. Then we moved to ground tents, and then we started doing more and more research. And we're like, we always say it's like, it'd be really, really cool, a rooftop tent. And so we searched for, I'm talking about years.
Yes.
And then he found one.
I found a used one. It was a Smitty built overlander.
Yeah.
And I bought it for, what was it, like $600?
You are not a true overlander unless you have a rooftop tent.
Oh yeah.
I'm just sorry. That's the thing. You got to have 37s and a rooftop tent.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's only two things. You don't need any steel. You don't need Onyx. You don't need Gaia. Heck, you don't even need a working 4-wheel drive. You just need a rooftop tent, 37s, and you're legit.
Hey, our buddy Kevin, he showed you don't have to have 4-wheel drive to go through the Ozarks. Isn't that right, Mike?
I'll vouch for that, man. That dude is the best Ford Ranger operator I ever saw in my life.
2-wheel drive stick shift.
Yeah. Brad, he took it to Bub's cabin, and then those big mud holes that go from there back up to Highway 21. He took that 2-wheel drive Ford Ranger through there.
Oh man, I'm gonna tell you what.
Clutch, and it has a clutch.
Yeah. Hey, look, talking about you guys talking about like the Ford Ranger, like a couple years ago, the first time that I ever met Chris Carroll, we were out doing Union School, and there was a whole bunch of us from the Jeep cult that was out there, and so we were out there, and we had a guy with us, and he was in his girlfriend's Compass, like right off the lot.
Oh,
no 4-wheel drive, nothing, just had the Jeep Compass. And he's like, we're doing the hill climbs and everything else, and he's just bouncing this thing all over the place. And I'm like, okay, you don't really need anything special to be out here because he did that. Look at my wife, Rager, throwing this in there.
I was going to say that, but I was going to be polite.
And what's the crazy part is there was one hill where Kevin couldn't get up at all.
Not. And I looked in and I said, turn the air conditioner off. He turned it off and went straight up.
That full
That's some Mississippi ingenuity right there. Yeah. Turn the air conditioner off.
Couldn't do it with that air conditioner running. They needed everything it could have.
I was pulling off that motor, but no, he's from Louisiana, so he was like, oh, I didn't think of that. He's like, thank you. And he shot up the hill.
Yeah, it's like a turbo on a Ford Ranger. You just turn that off. It's like there's 60 more horsepower right there. Just turn it off.
Yeah.
Is it horsepower or hamster power? I'm not real sure.
Yeah, it's one of those two.
Well, you don't need a bunch of stuff out there to do this. We laugh about it all the time, and we joke and we kick around. I mean, I could probably have just as much fun in the Ozarks with an Ozark Trail 2-person tent and an air mattress, but it sure is nice when I don't have to get stuck in the mud or I don't have to sleep in the dirt.
Yeah.
Well, it's like we always say. This is we'll go out, snow, rain. We've written out like lightning storms. In the DeSoto National Forest.
Yeah.
And it's never about the circumstances. It's always good to have just people around that just share it with
the same interest.
It's just you're embracing that suck together, and it's like we all suffer.
Yeah, and that's later in the conversation that we were going to have. Was just say that's part of the struggle that we have here in the South and Mississippi is just getting people to understand. Look, you don't have to have a loaded out Jeep or a loaded out Tacoma or a big 4x4 or anything. I don't care if you're in a Camry. I'm being serious. As long as you have fellowship and just, the conversations that you can have and build that brethren or the cult of overlanding, get everybody together and have a good time, man. That's what it's all about. And so I don't
Yeah.
care if you're in a tent, if you sleep in your car, I don't care. We don't care.
That's the same mentality that Michael and I have, and
Yeah.
all of us at Overland 870 do. We just want people to be out enjoying the world.
Right.
Yes.
A lot of times we're not necessarily doing hard trails, unless Don's with us or something like that, and then we're not necessarily doing anything crazy. Most of our stuff is we go out, especially, if Michael's there, whoever's with us, we go out there and we'll find a spot. It's big enough for people we got.
Right.
We're going to park, we're going to set up, and we're going to talk, and we're going to laugh, and we're going to poke fun at each other, and we're going to have fun. We're going to complain that it's hot, and then we're going to sit around till it gets dark, and then we're going to try to dodge the smoke from the fire for a couple hours, like Tim was trying to do for 2 days over at Bigfoot Camp.
Yeah.
And that's what we're going to do. And most of our adventures that we have are around the campfire, is what I tell everybody. So, roll up in like you said, roll up in the Toyota Camry, roll up in the whatever you got. I don't care what you're driving, come hang out with me. I always tell everybody, come hang out with me. Come on, let's go do something.
Right.
So,
yeah. And that's one of our biggest frustrations here in the South. It's like, and I'm not trying to call anybody in particular out, but it's just, you try to get people to come out and do something, and everybody talks about, oh yeah, we're going to come, we're going to be there. Nothing. It's like no show. And I've never really understood that. I mean, shoot, we hosted the Catch Us on the Trail event. We just wrapped that up, and we give away, shout out to Open Road, but and Rugged Road. They give us a free cooler and a free 270 awning to give away. Mm-hmm. And we give that away to a lucky winner. And all you had to do was come out 5 times on the trail and told everybody where we were going to be, when we were going to be there. All but one person showed up the whole trip.
It's I don't know what it is about. I wouldn't say the entire South. I'd probably just say just in our area.
Yeah.
I mean, like we got guys that have the gear, like they have the rooftop tent, the awnings, the trucks, like 2 miles down from where we live. And we talk to them all the time. So, man, you should come out.
We lost them for a second.
My grandma's dog's pregnant. I can't come. It's always some excuse.
That's not. I heard something about my grandma's dog ate the phone or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. And it's just it's kind of discouraging sometimes too. It's like, what are we doing wrong? Is it
your camera's gone?
Hey, we lost your camera.
You lost the camera?
Yeah, we can't see you.
The black signal of doom.
Signal of doom. What do y'all need me to do?
I don't know. Your camera is. Hang on, you're starting to come back. Something was happening just then.
Is it back?
Nope.
It may be the signal. Y'all kind of got fuzzy for a second.
Oh. I'm going to remove you and add you back into the stage real fast.
Okay.
All right.
Nope.
That work?
Nope. You guys are still not with us.
It's like your phone or your camera or something's messed up.
Excuse me, I'm coughing now. All right, but we're going to continue talking to you because we can hear you.
Yeah. I'm going to fool around things, see if I can figure it out.
Okay. So this is kind of weird, but it's all right. I'm just going to look at the black screen. But no, so like when you guys are out and where you're at, so like what areas do you guys typically go to close to home?
So we'll hit up DeSoto National Forest, Danville National Forest, Homachita National Forest, Holly Springs National Forest, and we have the one and only, the little Grand Canyon of Mississippi, Red Bluff. We love to go out there.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, man, that's pretty much where we go around here, and then outside of, I'm trying to see if I can figure out this camera, man. Let's see.
Oh.
It's showing on my end.
Do you have it blocked? See if you have the camera
I
blocked.
don't. It's open.
Huh.
Let me see if this works.
Once you hop out and then rejoin back in with the link. There we go. He jumped out of there. So they're gone for just a minute. While they're there, we're going to talk about them. No. Michael, how did you meet up? How did you meet up with these two guys? Through Corey?
Yeah, I met up with them through Corey, and we went down and to Big Piney Creek. I met him down there. What we call the Big Rock Camp. Way back
here.
up.
Watch this. Everybody pretend like we can't see them still.
Oh, okay.
Does it work?
Oh, there you are. There you are.
I'm kidding. Michael gave it. I said, like, pretend like we can't see them and see what happens.
Yeah.
And Michael's like, oh, there you are.
No, we met up with Trailheads down at the Big Rock Camp, and you always have, you get around some people like you've known them forever. And that's how I felt around Hunter and all of them. Like I've known them forever. I mean, sparked off a friendship, absolutely awesome. And had a great time with them. And, we've had some good times together up here in the Ozarks, that's for sure. And, our first trip together, told them where we were actually camped at. There had been some Bigfoot activity that happened there in the past by some people that I talked to. Mm-hmm. And then they can tell you more about what happened that night. And I didn't have nothing happen by my tent that I know, because when I go to sleep, like I'm gone to the world and I go to outer space, and so I disconnect. But they had some weird stuff going on. I'll let you, if they want to talk about that, they can tell you about what happened.
He can tell you a little bit more, but it was super funny hearing it from him that morning. Again, he's Cajun, so his accent really tops the story. But so I remember hearing, so he had actually ended up purchasing our old Smitty built rooftop tent, and it had like that aluminum ladder that come down, out there at that camp is a gravel bottom. And so you could hear like it grinding and something grunting. And I was like, what in the world is going on in Kevin's tent? I figured maybe he's rolling or snoring or something, because he's got like mild sleep apnea. So he snores a lot and clears his throat in the middle of the night.
All you heard was the shocks on that little forehead.
Yeah, you could hear his vehicle shake. You could hear it shake. And so that next morning we got up, and Kevin he waited until we got up, and he climbed in line. He's like, I gotta pee. Hold on 1 second. I gotta tell you what I just saw and heard last night. And he like runs off the woods and comes back, and he's like, I could not get out of that tent. He said something was pulling on my tent, shaking on my truck, grunting. It was shaking my whole everything. He said, ain't no way it was a bear. He said, because it was just constant. And he said, I sat up in the tent all night long. I got no sleep. He said, I sat at that door with my pistol right facing. He said, if anybody walked through it, I'd have blew them away. And what was crazy is Mary's tent got unzipped on the side. Mm-hmm. And then Corey and Kayla, they had like a bathroom tent off to the side. The stakes were pulled up out of the ground. It was flipped over. And then Kayla was like,
they're buffering out, aren't they?
Like, no, because nobody else's stuff flapped and fluttered,
I gotta tell y'all this story too, because so I went out. So Michael, we went out. Was it 3 weeks ago? 4 weeks ago? We went out. We went to Bigfoot camp. So sitting around the campfire, he's a wonderful storyteller when he starts talking about all the Bigfoot activity. We're sitting there talking about everything that's going on, where we were at, and everybody's all primed up, and we're all listening, and we're waiting for stuff. Well, we end up going. Everybody ends up camping out about 10:30, 11 o'clock. I guess is what it was. And Gina and me, we're in my rooftop tent. Well, I'll just wake up like, boop, I just kind of pop up, and she's like, I gotta go pee. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I gotta get up, and I gotta climb down the tent, and then she goes to the bathroom and everything. So I'm out there. I'm like, well, I guess I better go to the bathroom while I'm here too. So I'm out there peeing and everything. And then we go back in the tent and we zip it up, and it's so hot. I've just got the screens. Everything's open. I just got the screens open. Yeah, and I'm laying there, and she falls asleep like this. I'm like, you can like breathe on her, and she's asleep. And I'm sitting there going, and I'm hearing every single squirrel, raccoon, whatever is walking around.
Drop out in the woods, everything.
Yeah, and I'm laying there. I'm laying on my side like this in the tent. I'm like, man, Michael said that Bigfoot was making noises over here by the water, stuff like that. I'm like, I really hope I don't see Bigfoot. I'm like, I really hope nothing throws a rock at my tent. And I'm sitting there going, I'm scaring myself sitting there. I'm like, I want to go ahead and zip this up. I'm like, what good's it gonna do?
Right.
And,
but then me and Kim, we get woke up like it was like 3 a.m.
Yeah, like 2 hours later. Yeah.
Yeah. And I hear something walking. Well, I noticed Kim responds to it because she woke up. She kind of lifted her head up. I lift my head up and I'm listening, and something's back behind the Jeep in the woods. You can hear it walking through the woods. And Bradley, I think you sit there think, didn't you say you were thinking, I wonder if I hear anything, if I need to wake Michael up?
Yeah, I was like, I know, should I wake Michael? I'm like, what am I going to do? Like, Daddy, get up, Daddy, wake up. I hear some noises, you know. Yeah. And I'm like,
Michael, did you ever catch that rat?
Yeah, no, that's the weirdest thing. We were down at Hawk. This is weird. We were at Hawk Creek Falls camping out, and we woke up. Well, we woke up that morning. It's raining, it's sleeting, it's thundering and lightning. And I was like, I told him, I was like, welcome to the Ozarks. You're getting a little bit of everything. And but no, that night we went to bed. And anyways, I got up the next morning. I went in there to make me some coffee. And right on top of my refrigerator, a mouse had chewed up a piece of paper towel. And I don't know how it got in there. And so anyways, I'm like, come home. I'm like, I have got to get this mouse out of my Jeep because, it's going to get my wiring or something. So I go home. I like get little paper plates. I put up bar bait inside there. I thought I'll kill this thing. Nothing ever ate it. Nothing never showed back up again. So I don't know if it went in there and did its thing and then went back out the Jeep, which that's okay if it did, but nothing. I never found nothing. So it was very, very strange. I don't know. It was very
Dan just posted this right here. So he said, ask Brad about the mouse on the Colorado trip. So I had a mouse get in my Gladiator before we left after I had a bear attack.
Yeah.
And so,
you did.
So we're coming back. I got sick and had to come back, cut the trip short and come back. And I'm riding in the passenger seat and Gina's driving all the way back home. And so we're sitting there and I've got the blanket and I'm laid over on my side and I'm hurting and everything else. And all of a sudden I feel something on my side of my neck. And I'm like, what is that? And I'm like, and I was like, and it was like, it was a mouse because it had been in my Jeep. It got in there and ate some dog food and stuff from the puppy we had and everything. And I'm like, oh my God, it's on my face. And like trying to get this mouse off of me in the Jeep, and I'm kicking around in there, and it runs across the floor and runs up Gina's leg over the side, and we're going down the interstate and everything. And I'm like, I can't go to sleep now because this mouse is going to crawl on me while I'm asleep, and I'm not going to be able to do anything but yell. So it was crazy. Oh my gosh! But we done got off on everything else. So let's hear some stuff that you guys have got going on and coming up in the next little bit.
Well, man, so, we just here recently purchased this behemoth of a thing behind us here. Our new
overland. I'll talk to y'all about that in a second.
Yeah, it is definitely a game changer for us, especially after our recent experience in the Ozark National Forest. Michael, I think I kind of touched base with you. But so we had planned, 9 nights, 10 days to be in the Ozarks. Well, that's ice storm kind of come through that next day. You sent us some pictures of all the trees bent over. Like, thank God y'all got out of the Ozarks when you did.
Yeah.
But, we went, the next day went to the Ouachitas with Corey and Kayla. And then from there, it just got colder and colder. Well, that night when the Ouachitas, I'm that type of person. I like to take a shower. I don't care if it's 100 degrees outside or 10 degrees outside. I like being clean, and I got out there. I was like, not a problem because I've got, our propane, our hot water shower. It was so cold, the propane froze in the bottle. Like it iced up and it wouldn't get warm. So I kicked it on. I'm lathered up. It was warm water. I lathered up with soap and I kicked it on again. It's just cold water. Freezing cold water.
Yeah, it's like 30 degrees. And he gets to the point. He gets to the point where he can't stop shivering.
Yeah, I can't stop shivering.
He's like, I can't feel my lips right now. He's just like,
it was bad.
Yeah.
And I wore contacts, and they were even kind of like hazed over. The wind was blowing. I mean, it was just freezing cold, and then it started sprinkling rain and sleet again.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Our board on the top of our diesel heater shorted out.
Yeah.
It was just like, who makes a diesel heater and doesn't have it waterproof? It's got to go outside,
Yeah.
Anyway, that's another story for another time.
Yeah, and so that last night the Wichitas.
The Wachita.
Wachita.
Yeah. Whichever, however you say it. Michael, how do you say it? Wachita?
Wachitas.
Wachita. So that last night.
Cool whip.
Cool whip.
So we were going to, because Mary wanted to drive her Gladiator
On the Badge of Honor.
On the Badge of Honor trail. So that was part of the tail end of the trip.
Mm-hmm.
So we called Hot Springs Off-Road Park, or we showed up and we're like, is there any way we can get in here and like get some like hot water or something?
Yeah, can I book the cabin early?
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Yeah, it's available, but you're gonna have to pay this and pay this. I said, I don't. It was like that thing where you pull out the debit card. If y'all ever seen these videos, the people pull out the debit card, like they're like banging it on the counter, like take it. That's the way I was like. I don't care if it's $1,000, $2,000. I need a bed and a hot shower and heat now, like now.
But yeah, he came down with. We're pretty sure he came
A relapse of COVID.
Well, not COVID, but I'm pretty sure he came down with pneumonia, like walking pneumonia, both lungs.
It was bad.
Like he was.
Man,
it was
ugh. Yeah. I'm just gonna lay in my filth and be warm.
Yeah, well, and
I'm just spraying myself with water.
Yeah, and to jump back on the topic though, that was kind of the reason we said. I said I'm done with rooftop tents. Y'all can have rooftop tents if y'all want to. I am done. I am done with them because I like to camp and see, all year long, and whether it's rain, sleet, snow, sunshine, whatever it may be. Yeah. And so I was like, to heck with it. By the time you pay so much for these rooftop tents, which they've gotten just outrageous for some of them.
Yeah.
But could have bought this. And so I was like, all right, I'm buying one. So we ended up buying this thing, and it was used, but this is a Intech Flyer Pursuit. And now Logan and I have 2-door Jeeps. Now Mary, she's got her Gladiator, so she could tow it for the super long distance, and then we'll switch hitches, put it behind mine or Logan's. But I mean, it's fully loaded. It's got heat, air, bedroom. It's got solar.
It's set up
inverter,
it's solar. It's solar ready. All you gotta do is just get your solar panels plugged in.
All aluminum. It's got the off-road torsion axle suspension on it.
Yeah. But the thing about these Flyer, we watch videos on it, and people are just taking them to Colorado and
just beating them,
dogging them, and they're just rolling on. Yeah. And because these things, when they make them from the factory, because it's American-made product, which I'm a big guy on that.
Yeah.
The entire it's one big welded aluminum chassis.
Solid
so everything is welded aluminum, and it's all just together. And so this thing is just, we've taken it on some obstacles, and it will articulate some. I mean, it's taken a couple hits, but I mean,
no problems. It's all aluminum siding, aluminum underbelly, aluminum roof. I mean, it's no issues with it. And that was one thing that I was we looked at some like the modern buggies and stuff that people are kind of raving about now. But they have fiberglass and they're wood. And I'm like, well, we're getting rained on, the heat, the swelling and expansion of the wood and stuff. And I was like, I don't want that.
But our logic behind getting this was, I mean, if we ever run into that situation again where we can, if like our other two members, like Mary or Kevin, we can all pile in this thing if knock on wood, anything ever bad happens to somebody's tent or there's a leak that develops in a tent, we're not going to leave any of our people out there to just,
we can get everybody in my camp.
Get sick.
Get sick.
And what's crazy is this whole get
like this.
This whole get up minus our water and gear.
Yeah.
What is that camper weigh? What does that camper weigh?
1,000 pounds.
What is it?
Just over 1,000 pounds.
My camper
Just
weighs
over
3 times
pounds.
as much as that. My camper's 3,500 pounds.
And that was part of the big thing. And was it 1,056 pounds? I think is the dry weight before you put like your water and stuff on it. So which was a big crucial thing too with us having 2-door Jeeps in case Mary can't go for for the longer distances and stuff. But we got to be able to tow it because your Jeep has a 2-door Jeep. JK only has 2,000 pounds max.
Well, in case you guys don't actually know, the Gladiator has a towing capacity of 5 pounds. right at you put a cooler in the back of the Gladiator and you've maxed its towing out. I mean, because mine took. We drug my camper to Colorado behind the Gladiator, and we were getting like 8 miles to the gallon, and so it was no bueno. And then we drug it up O'Fair Pass, and then we beat the snot out of it. We rolled a Dometic fridge down the mountainside. It came out of it and rolled down the mountainside. Picked it up, plugged it up, put it back in the camper. Still running. It was running this weekend.
I saw you posted some pictures about it or something. You're like, Dometic. You know?
Yeah, it's like, hey, look, that's the best selling point. That thing went down the hill, and we picked it up, put it back in there, plugged it up, come right back on. So you can't really complain about that. But it's good. It's really good to have a camper. I mean, if you block dragging them around, and we do. We got the camper because Gina wanted it, and I wanted it too. I'm one of those guys. If I see something in the window, I got to try to buy it. But we got it, and we use it a lot. We take it to the Ozarks in the wintertime because we don't like freezing, because we almost froze to death one night in the rooftop tent. But so we carried it around. But I think we're fixing to get rid of ours. So I mean, we're gonna move on to something a little bit different.
Right.
We're making a kind of a lateral change on what we're doing. We're switching a different direction. So
and I guess it all depends on what you like to do. You know, I think we have found more of a rhythm of base camping per se. You know, so you find a good spot that you like, you set up camp there, and then you go ride and explore, and then you come back as long as you stay in that general area. Now, if you're somewhere that's 3 or 4 hours away, or 2 hours away, you probably do want to hook up and go. You know, I guess that's where, you know, having your rooftop tent on your vehicle is a little more.
Well, we like the base camping with this is we don't have to worry. Like when we were at Car Wash Falls, we camped on what was that, Big Piney?
Yeah.
And we wanted to go ride. You know, we're foreigners to the area, so we don't know who's and what. And again,
your gear can be locked up in here too.
The gear can be locked up. Right.
You got to ask that guy right there where you can go.
Yeah. I think Michael said, "No, I don't think anybody will mess with it." I'm like, that didn't make me feel good.
Thank you for that vote of confidence.
I've never, knock on wood, I've never had anybody ever bother my stuff while at Hall Creek. And I'm kind of like a hunter, kind of hunter, what you all are saying. I'm kind of I like to base camp. I like to set up a camp and then, go out and ride, especially at Big Piney, because you can access a lot of trails in that area and come back to the same camp spot. Now, I mean, there's absolutely nothing wrong with riding, staying the night, and then getting up and going. A lot of people go stay at Woolman on the Buffalo River, and then they'll make their way toward Big Piney, or they may stay at Richland Creek, or however far you want to drive. It's good to leave that open. It's like with Kai and Lisa Douay back a few years ago, and Brett and Jessica were with us, and we were going to stay at Victor, and we were riding that last half of day one, and then we decided we had enough time, like, hey, let's just go on down to Big Piney. So it was good to be able to be more mobile to be able to do that. We didn't have a base camp set up, but yeah, if you plan ahead and you wanted to set up a base camp to just go out to places, I mean, down at Hall Creek Falls is a good place to set up a base camp. I mean, you can go to everywhere from that point. So that's why I'm a big fan of Hall Creek Falls. It's beautiful down there also. Like I said, I've never had nobody bother none of my stuff there, and so so, knock on wood, so far it's been good. So,
and you kind of got to pick and choose too. Like, I'm not going to take this thing down the trails for like Spainhour Falls. I'm not. That's not going to. That would be the insurance company and say, "You did what with this thing?"
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
and Spainhour was a beautiful ride that day when we went to Spainhour. Their last trip when Trailheads was up here. We went to Spainhour Falls, and man, it was beautiful. It's always been beautiful every time I've ever went there.
Right.
Oh, so you guys got a couple more announcements too, don't you? What you got going on?
So we're actually going to be our next trip, our big trip. We're going to be in Hot Springs, and we got a new toy we're taking with us
to kind of advertise for Trailhead,
Yeah, well, it's a toy.
It's for fun, But also, I kind of looked at like we want to show people like, hey, yeah, we love camping, we love our Jeeps and whatever it may be or whatever, but we also love off-roading too.
Yeah.
So we bought a rock buggy, and it's got an old LT1 Corvette V8 engine in it. So we're gonna have it's getting worked on now. It should be finished by the end of this week. So we can't wait.
Describe this rock buggy to us. I want to know what you got going on. What is it? What exactly have you got? This rock buggy you got? What is it? Like is it caged out? I mean, is a top cut off of it? Are you going full blown side by side guy? Do you have the Kid Rock speakers in the back and some whips? What's going on?
It's bigger than it's about a full size vehicle style. So
it's like,
okay.
Just a tube. It's a
fully
tube frame.
Y'all got an open frame? Okay.
Well, Logan had this look on his face just now, like it reminded me of that song "One Piece at a Time," that old country music song. He's like,
yeah. So when hey, I'm just going to go ahead and pre-invite myself. When are we going to? When are we going to?
Honest to God, we actually have room in our cabin. It sleeps 10 people. 8 to 10 people. It's got lofts. It's got everything. So we got one of the big cabins in the park. Michael, I think I told you about it. If you got Freeman, come on. We have plenty of room. We're going. That'll be Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday night. That'll give you one day off the road for us. Pretty much, or that afternoon.
Friday
and 2 days.
Because Hot Springs for me is only like 3 hours from the house.
That's about what it is for me too. About 3 hours.
It's not a bad haul for me. We usually, when we do Hot Springs, we can do the whole park in a day. We'll go down in the morning and we'll run the whole park, and then we'll come out the next day and come home.
Right.
I'm telling you what I'm going to do, because Gina's watching the show. I'm surprised she hasn't already started chiming in, because she does our rock crawl and stuff like that. You let me know when you guys are going to be there, and we will pack up her Jeep, and we'll run down there and do some stupid shit. She likes
Come on, hey, October the 2nd through the 5th. That's when we'll be. Hey,
I'll say this.
2nd through the 5th. I don't have anything the 2nd through the 5th. Let me look. Let me make sure. I'm going regardless. I mean, unless it's something crazy. 2nd through the 5th. What do I got? See, she's already said yes, please. Let's go back. Yeah, done. Yeah, she just popped it up.
Hit the trails the 3rd and the 4th.
Yeah,
that's that Friday and Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll be there. We'll be there.
What I may try to do is I'll talk with Kim, and we might come down and visit or whatever, because right now at work we're working like 60 hours.
Yeah, I think you told me that. Y'all were.
Yeah, so that's my biggest deal right now.
Bring the Bronco, Michael.
We probably will, because it'd be more gas efficient than bringing the big black Jeep down there. So because I'd like to at least come and visit. I'd like to at least come and visit. So
I'd like to at least, this is open. It's like if y'all ride all day and y'all decide y'all are tired, please, we don't want y'all driving 3 hours back. We want you can stay in the cabin.
Yeah,
and we might even come stay a night with you guys or whatever. Whatever.
I don't know if we'll be tired, but
that is like the next coolest. That's the next coolest invention to a kitchen sink. That is. Like the other night at the 870 Overland party, all you had to do was just stand there, and then somebody just come give you a shot of some kind of shit, and then it didn't cost you nothing. I never knew that Apple Crown and Mountain Dew would taste so good till Corey like, here.
Apple.
So I was like, damn, that's good.
This is the perfect time to talk about New Mix.
Yeah. Brought to you by New Mix.
This segment of the Overland 870 podcast is brought to you by New Mix. So we met these guys at Overland of America. Let me tell you what, they showed up to our after party with a rolling bar, and like 12 or 14 of these things completely full of all different kinds of alcohol. And they were coming in there, and you got this little magic dial here that can take you. This goes all the way to party hard. And I got to study, so I mean, but they were running around taking care of us, giving all these. So we got one. We got one of these, and yeah, that's what. Hang on, Don posted the perfect thing. It said, "Brought to you by alcohol and bad decisions." So, I'm bringing this with us to Hot Springs, not for the trails, because I do not advocate drinking on the trails. But I'm saying we're gonna bring this down and hang out and bring it and just show this thing off because it's awesome. Because those guys are great. They're really good too.
Party, right? That's for the after hours.
Yeah, and we got the Hot Springs after party. What we're gonna have.
There you go.
But yeah, they showed up. It'd be really cool, which I don't think I'll have time to do that. But I got some stuff coming in for the Gladiator. If I decide to keep it, I got some stuff coming in that I'm going to change out, and I may end up putting them on Gina's Jeep. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But
Well, Mike, if you bring Miss Kim's Bronco out there, you better put you some armor under that thing.
It's a Bronco Sport, so it's not made to like go crazy on. But I will at least make an attempt to come down to where maybe stay the night or whatever and visit with you guys.
4 fingers. You're going to drive that on 4 fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear this already. Hell no, we ain't taking my vehicle.
Yeah. I can hear her now. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I can hear her now.
No, that's awesome, man. I really want to. We're going to come out and hang out with you on that. But I really would like to, at some point in time, come over and hook up with you guys on your side of the universe and go out and do some of the stuff over there, because like the places you were talking about, I really haven't been to.
Right.
Like I've not been out in that area.
And we don't have mountains. And I think that's where so many people get turned off with Mississippi because, being as new as we are with the channel, I mean, we've been camping and off-roading and everything for years now, but we didn't really know that this stuff was out here. We knew of it, but we didn't know exactly where to go, or is it okay if we drive through this road in the National Forest? Because, DeSoto National Forest, it cuts through a military base. So, a lot of people don't know, Camp Shelby. You don't know, like, is it legal for me to be here? You sure? Because there's Humvees parked on the side of the road, and you see them, and they just wave at you like, hey,
Yeah.
They will do like fire and maneuver exercises in the National Forest.
Yeah.
We have literally camped on top of shell casings before. We're like, oh, okay, this is cool.
Unfortunately, I have been known to return fire in the woods, so we need to be be careful with
Their
that.
firepower is probably a lot more than what we carry.
But
I figure as much.
But
yeah, man, I would.
I think the best time to come down is more towards the fall and winter months.
Yeah.
Because
the heat.
The heat.
Oh, well, I'm telling you right now, if we go out there, if I'm camping Mississippi, it's going to be cool.
Yeah.
Well, it's cool in Mississippi because we have 3 or 4 big, massive lakes up north, and they actually drain those lakes down, so you can ride only lake bottoms.
Just saying, no mud, just saying.
Oh wow!
5 o'clock, you better.
I didn't even know that. I had no idea that was even there.
But we also like DeSoto. Some of our favorite places in DeSoto. Summertime is timber rattlesnake season.
Yeah.
Like my dad, who lives 20 minutes from us, he sent me a photo, and it stopped the blades of a 60-inch lawnmower. Like,
look, I'm not going to Mississippi.
Big snakes.
But yeah, I mean,
You
so
can
many
keep
people get
snakes.
kind of discouraged with Mississippi because we don't have mountains.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that there's not beautiful sights here.
Yeah.
And we got so kind of involved with the National Forestry Service. I'm actually working on something. I have yet to publicly announce this. I guess I am now.
Okay, let's hear it. World first.
I'm working with the United States Forestry Service and Smokey the Bear team to partner with them. So we're going to do these things to where, get approval and make these small, like our Trailhead's Overland logo. It's going to have a QR code on it. And so we're going to nail it to a tree, which we'll have permission to do that. And it'll have that QR code. So once you get to camp, you can say, hey, if you catch this, tag us in it and receive a % off of like a Rugged Road cooler, an open road awning, whatever, kind of tag us in that little badge. But once you click on that, it'll also open up like Smokey the Bear, like Forestry Service, how to prevent forest fires, how to, because kids these days, they don't remember Smokey the Bear, like
No, they don't.
But, they're always on that cell phone though. So even if they're out in the national forest, not trying to promote being on the phone in the forest, but they're going to be on the phone. But you go out there and have that photo and that QR code, and also it'll tell you, trail alerts like, hey, there's a controlled burn going on right now, or there's a burn ban in this area. You know,
That's a really good idea.
Close for services. You know, just kind of partner with them and help bring light to conservation and, you know, taking care of the forest. You know, make sure you put out your campfires if you do start a campfire. These are the proper ways. And basically, it just opens up that whole page. And I will say, it is a very hard thing to get the federal, you know, National Forestry Service to work with you. I've gone all the way up the chain. Basically, they're just putting in front of a board in the next 2 months, and they're going to say yay or nay. But they said that pretty much 90% it will go through. So I'm really excited.
Man, that's a really good idea, and that's really, I'm gonna use this word, that's really progressive as far as it is for the overlanding community, because one of our biggest issues that we face in the Ozarks, and I don't know how it is in Mississippi and everywhere else, which, well, I'm pretty sure it's the same way. We're always dealing with campfires left burning. We're always dealing with trash left in campsites. We're always left with that stuff. And you realize that more often than not, everybody is out to try to take care of everything. There's always that 2 or 3 that are destroying stuff. And I don't think it's malicious. No. I think it's the fact that they don't know.
Lack of knowledge.
You know, what they should do. Yeah.
Well, it's like one of our favorite spots to go is Red's Bluff. And, you know, the thing is, that's actually on private property. That is not
bluff itself.
The bluff itself. So the people are, you know, they're good people, and they want people to be able to see this. But
they allow it.
They allow it. They allow you hiking, and you can see the derailed train. They can allow all this, and it's sort of very disheartening and very just heartbreaking, because this place, we have literally watched it erode. Like it
grow, literally.
Like it's growing, and every time we go out, more of it has eroded away.
It's prettier too.
But it's sad, is because you have people that we've picked up. We've literally crawled down in the canyon to get a tent out of the bottom of the canyon, and people just throw their tents and their garbage,
beer cans,
and they'll smash beer bottles.
I mean, I can't physically wrap my head around that action.
Yeah.
Like, I just can't go, oh, hey, man, I think I'm just going to throw my bag of Walmart trash down this beautiful hillside I walked 2 miles ago. See, I'm like, just dump it out here, you know. I don't see the point in any of that.
Like, diapers in a fire pit, okay?
Diapers in a campfire.
Yeah, aluminum cans, aluminum foil, diapers. I mean, that kind of stuff. When I go camping, I want to go camp and enjoy. But it seems like every time that I go to camp, I end up picking up somebody else's crap.
Yeah, we did that. We did the last camp we went to.
Yeah, and so Bradley will tell you, when we were at Sasquatch Camp, there was some aluminum pan left. It doesn't burn, and they just leave it there. So you can ask Bradley. I cleaned all of that up. I cleaned the fire pit out, made it look really nice. I hope to God right now as we're talking, it still looks good, but it may not. But it's just sad to see people do stuff like that and abuse that. It's even with Hall Creek Falls, and I don't know if I've ever told you guys, Trailheads, but several years ago that campground got shut off because it's a pack in, pack out campground, and it was so trashed that they just said hell with it, and they shut it off. Then they've cleaned it back up, opened it back up, and I still go there, and and usually the next morning or whatever, I'll take a big walk around the camps, and I'll pick up anything that I can find just to protect that I'll be able to come back here the next time. Or maybe my grandkids will get to come here, or my kids will get to come here. And if we don't try to take care of it, man, we could lose it.
You'll lose the right to see it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and that's what people, that's what people like you guys are doing. You're going out there and you're preserving this. People think, oh man, you guys are just out there running around, tearing the roads up and everything. No, that's actually not what we're doing.
No,
we're
not to go into too many details, but we actually ran into a ranger in Homachita National Forest, and he was not a happy camper, let me tell you. He come up to us and he was like, what are y'all doing here? What's your purpose here? And we were actually in a campground.
Yeah.
And they come up to us, and he was just, somebody must have peed in his Cheerios, I will tell you. But he said, I don't like Jeeps in my forest. He literally said that. And it makes me feel bad because that means somebody went through there, and he was telling us people cut through the forest. They cut my locks on my roads. They do this and do that, and
Well, I mean, it's just
gives a bad name for everybody.
with overlanding and just riding and off-roading, riding forestry trails. People have got to understand that this is a national forest. This has been part of land management and everything. So it's
federal,
right? This has been protected for a reason. And so when you come in and trash it, you're taking away from the future generations. You're taking away from you're taking that right away from others. And I can't tell you how many times that we've had people at Red's Bluff, even first time from Texas, Louisiana, North Mississippi, Arkansas, even Georgia, even, and they bring their little kids here and they see all the broken bottle glass, the glass and everything. And they see it's like it sort of just takes away
from the beauty.
And like Bluff it's a very fleeting thing because it is eroding.
It will get to the point where you can't be there anymore. You can't ever see it.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
we call broken glass side by side candy because that's what they do. They scatter that stuff everywhere. I mean, I hate to be the guy who pours the poop on top of the side by side community, but I mean, it more often than not, that is where 90% of our damage comes from in the Ozarks.
Because we've seen it before. I mean, we've
firsthand.
We'll be riding in our Jeep and sneak up on a side by side and watch them throw a beer can. And I'm not saying that all side by siders are that way, but that's where we seem to see it come from. Or they're getting in the creeks and just whipping shitties around and then tearing it up, or trying to ride up a waterfall, which is absolutely 100% illegal. Okay, and so they're out there doing stuff like that, and so that's what. It gives it a bad rap because they're out they're doing stuff like that. And so, and it's a sad thing. And another part that's really sad, I think a lot of this trash that we see at these camps, and I hate to say this, but I guarantee you those people probably don't even live 50 miles from there.
Yeah.
It's local people doing that, and so, because I mean, not everybody's going to come out of town and come here just to throw aluminum pans in your fire pit or throw diapers in your fire pit. It's the sad part that, and I can't help but think if they do that here at this camp, what in the world does our house look like? Just throw it outside, and so,
it's in the yard.
That is alienated that we tried to camp in, but we can't because on every single service road we went down, and it's got a beautiful state park. They just redid it. It's beautiful. But you can't camp in the forest because everybody uses it as their personal dump. That you got couches, you got
that seems to be a state. I bet you if we had somebody on here from Pennsylvania, they're going to tell you the same thing. And I guarantee the guy who's driving, the jacked up Can-Am with the whip lights on the back of it and everything else, who just threw the Michelob Ultra bottle out. I bet his cousin lives in Pennsylvania and he's doing the same shit up there because I'm sure
doing donuts.
But I just can't get. I mean, I can't get around it. I can't just wrap my head around that. It's crazy.
I hate to even talk about it because it makes me mad. It makes me mad. It does. It really pisses me off. It does.
Yeah,
it does. Yeah.
I want people to come by and see us and, pull up and pull into camp and say hi and everything else. And we got all of our trash picked up and everything else. Who wants to pull up into the camp with a bunch of people to say hi? And he's like, oh, well, I just dumped my Dorito bag out here on the ground, and I got all my beer cans crunched up over here, let's just hang out. Like, no. But I'm going to go back to this one more time. I really want to go with y'all over there at some of your stomping grounds, like when it cools off a little bit.
Absolutely. And you're not too far from it.
Yeah.
Because it's still Africa hot here. I don't know how hot it is there, but it is.
It's hot.
Like Cambodia here right now.
Yeah.
It's been so rough. We were in the 40s, at night for a week and a half, and it was really nice. And then all of a sudden, it's like the armpit of Satan showed up and started cooking us. It was
Overland America was like, what is it, 8,000 degrees last week?
It was actually hotter here at my house than it was at Overland of America. But yeah, in the middle of the day, it was like, 90, 91 degrees. It felt like 100. Yes, asphalt's hot. And then at night, it would cool down at night. It would get pretty nice at night. It wasn't too bad at night. But But
We're
man,
gonna
you
put the
get
weather
about
down.
9 o'clock.
When is
What's
it gonna
that?
cool off? We're gonna put the weatherman
Yeah,
on the
Michael,
spot.
when's it cooling off? That's the question.
When's it going to cool off?
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like we'll start.
December.
In
Yeah.
3 weeks.
Let me think. I think it looks like it's going to start cooling off. Probably coming toward this weekend. We're headed toward. Actually, going to maybe start seeing some rain. Maybe start picking up. Pattern looks pretty good.
It's probably
But,
going to rain because I'm going on a
y'all
float
kinda
trip this
buffering.
weekend, so it's probably going to rain.
Yeah.
I'll be floating.
Hello.
I'll be floating.
I hope you're going somewhere
bit.
besides the Buffalo River because you're just going to be stuck because it's dry.
We're going to Hardy.
Oh yeah,
Gonna
you'll
go-
be on Spring River.
Yeah, be on Spring River.
Yeah,
Hardy
yeah,
this
you'll
week.
be good there.
If
yeah.
everything works out correctly like it's supposed to.
Yeah.
Guess we are.
Well, guys, we got about 5 minutes left.
I think we're going through
You
a
got any
bad
chat?
connection again.
Yeah, it's okay. You're just still smiling. The picture looks really good. So, you got any shout outs or anything you want to do while you're frozen in time?
Can you hear me?
Uh-oh.
We can still hear you.
Oh, here we go.
Oops.
Oh gosh, we're gonna stay on live until they get back on here because I'm not gonna shut the show off without them being on here. But looks like we're gonna go to Hot Springs. So if any of you guys are watching and want to go do some rock crawling in Hot Springs, come on, Dawn. Hey, bring the power wagon.
Oh God, man, the Power Wagon Kim. I don't know if you've seen that video you heard whenever he was coming down that hill and man, that rear end kicked up Kim. She's like, I'm out.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, Jenna had it filmed with Gina as they were coming down because they were behind them.
Yeah.
And they got it filmed. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, bring the power wagon, bro. Bring it. We'll go up there. We'll go do some little rock crawling with it. So, but I hope they're able to get back on. Those guys, man, they're doing a lot over in their area. Most people are talking about, camping in the Ozarks and Ouachitas and running to Moab and everything else. And they're over there in their neck of the woods doing what you're supposed to do, enjoying the national forest that you got there and checking it out. And I'm kind of stoked about getting to go over there and camp in that area with them because like I said, I've never been over there. I've never camped in that general area other than like some campgrounds or KOAs or something like that. But I'd like to slip over there and check it out a little bit.
Yeah, I've seen some of their video and stuff and some of the pictures from over there. And I mean, it looks, and like, here we got the hills in the forest over there. It's kind of like flat looking, but it's beautiful looking forest, So it doesn't matter whether there's mountains or it's flat. It's just being out there that matters.
Yep. Totally thing. Let's see.
I don't know what happened.
What we got going on here? What's Wild Track got to say? Oh yeah, invite the side-by-side guys out to, hey, look, you know what? Now I will tell you this, at Overland of America, we had a group of side-by-side people that came in and they were staying in some cabins behind us. Those guys were really nice and real. Look, here we're back. They're back over in the house. Oh,
There he is. Is that better?
There you are.
You're back. Look at that.
Yeah. It had I don't know what happened. Y'all started sounding like robots and then it just shut off.
Technology at its finest.
Yeah. Up, it's doing it again.
I'm on
It's all
Starlink,
good.
so
There it goes. It's going in and out.
yeah, yours is real buffery looking.
Yeah, we're gonna lose you again, brother. Yeah, we've lost you
better?
one more time.
Well, we
There
can
he
hear you
is.
talking.
There
There
it
we
is.
Hey, while we got
go.
you,
You see him
Close
now.
to our Wi-Fi router up in here. So
hey, it's good. Hey, while we got you rounded up real fast,
Yeah,
before
man.
we lose you again, anything you want to shout out real fast before we cut the show?
man, yeah, just shout out to Corey and Caleb Big Rock Overland. Shout out to Michael Rose with Arkansas Off-Road Adventures, and then shout out to Overland 870 podcast, man.
Well, thanks, man.
I've enjoyed this whole experience.
Hey, look, I'm going to send you've got my number. I'm going to text you my cell phone number. Hook us up with a camping trip. Hook us up with a camping trip because I'm coming over to hang out with you guys. I want to do some filming and chill out with you guys one weekend.
Absolutely. And then, hey, before that, though, we got, remember Hot Springs coming up. What?
I'm coming to Hot Springs with you. That's happening. It's done. It's a done deal, bro. We're going to do some ignorant stuff at Hot Springs.
Yeah, man.
All right, guys. Well, I appreciate y'all coming on the show. Sorry for the technical difficulties and stuff. We'll have you back on, and we'll share some video out for everybody, guys. And keep up the good work with everything you two are doing.
We appreciate
thanks for coming on, guys. We appreciate you. All right. Talk to you after a while. As always, we'll see you guys on the trail.
All right.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.